What is going on, y'all? Site Perspectives, Folx here. And in this video, I'm just going to go on and say what I think a lot of us have been noticing. When it comes to men, rather they're cis men, trans men, there seems to be this issue of I can do it, but you can't do it. You know, a lot of contradictory statements, a lot of hypocrisy, and just straight up being hypocritical. And this is pertaining to being in relationships. You know, again, there's a segment of the population of men who believe because they make a lot of money, they're high value, they're high earners. And let's be real, they are high earners. They're not necessarily high value. Okay, I made a whole video about this not too long ago where you can make a lot of money, you can have a nice income, you could be, you know, having generational wealth and be financially well off. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a high value person, because there's a lot of high earning jackasses. Okay, let's just keep it real. All right. So there's a segment of the population that makes a lot of money, earns a really good living, and therefore believe that because they earn a lot of money, they have really good finances, that allows them to cheat on their partners, you know, have high infidelity, have side pieces, sleep around and cheat, go behind their partner's back and not be forthcoming because they make a lot of money. And because they make a lot of money, they should be able to sleep around and do whatever they want, even if they're in a quote-unquote monogamous relationship. Yes, there are men who believe this. And this is why I make these videos. You know, one of the many reasons why I make these videos, I should say. Because you really have the blatant hypocrisy and the double standard. And it's becoming more and more apparent, you know, as we go through all of this. It's becoming more and more apparent that a lot of these so-called high earners, aka high value folks, particularly when it comes to men, it's just they basically want to be allowed to treat people like shit, cheat, lie, steal, manipulate, emotionally abuse, financially abuse, sexually abuse, mentally abuse folks, and get away with it and not be held accountable for any of the things that they say to people or do to people. And they think because they make a lot of money or they have self-proclaimed themselves to be high valued, they should be able to do these things. But in the same breath, if a woman cheats, lies, steals, hurts, abuses a man or them, then it's off with her head. You know, send her to the guillotine. You know what I mean? We're doing a fire squad on you. You know, she'll be crucified and held to the utmost accountability. But when they do it, it's okay. You're in your feelings. You need to forgive and you need to let go. But when someone lies to them, cheats on them, uses them for their money, oh, you are going to feel their wrath. And this is what I mean by the misogyny, the sexism, and the blatant hypocrisy and just straight up bullshit. Again, it's in your face. It is in your face. You can't dispute what's happening at this point. They are literally telling you, I'm going to treat you like shit. And in many cases, the very same people that, you know, and this is a lot of the rhetoric that's in the manosphere, in the red pill community. You know, they will literally sit up here, spew all of this hate and animosity and anger and vitriol towards women and feminine people, and then turn around and think that people are supposed to worship the ground that they walk on, all the while they're treating everybody like shit. Because they're never supposed to be held accountable And everything that they're asking you to do, they will never do for you. Keep that in mind. That's why I'm just saying, it's just crazy to me to sit up like you're asking for the world, but you're not willing to give the world to the person that you're with, but you think they're supposed to kiss your ass? Okay. And again, this is the manosphere. This is the red pill society. You know, and keep in mind, you hear similar issues within the divestment, black woman sphere. You know, everybody is, in my opinion, a lot of people are hypocritical and contradicting. Okay. You know, and it just doesn't make sense. People basically don't want to treat others with dignity and respect, but yet they want to be treated with dignity and respect. They can have all of these standards that everybody has to meet, and if they don't meet them, they get kicked to the curb. But in the same breath, they themselves don't meet their own standards. And you see this time and time again. Hell, you have a lot of these men, whether they're cis, trans, they're men, who follow this stuff, follow these, you know, relationship commentators and life coaches and what have you. And they themselves are not meeting any of the high value standards. You're not educated. You don't have a job. You're not a high earner. Your hygiene is horrible. You don't care about your own physical health, your own mental health. You don't have a car. You don't have a job. You don't have a career. You don't have investments. You're not emotionally intelligent. You're not physically in shape. Yet you're asking others that are going to be your potential suitors, the people that you're interested in dating or having sex with, you want them to be drop dead gorgeous fitness guru models, have all their money in a row, financially well off, mentally well off, but you are a hot mess. But you're expecting that from other people, but you don't want to reciprocate. And that's the gist of a lot of these hypocritical folks. I'm just going to keep it real. You know what I mean? I mean, literally, you got Kevin Samuels, Kitten Hill Samuels, literally telling y'all, oh, well, yeah, if he makes a lot of money, you know, it comes with the territory. You should pretty much just know that he's going to be sleeping around with other people, with other women. You know, it comes with the territory, so don't fault him. At least he's paying the bills. So you're supposed to accept being cheated on and potentially catching an STI, an STD, you know, children out of wedlock that aren't yours because the other person is sleeping around. You're supposed to put up with all of that because the person has money. And granted, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want, then by all means, go for it. Get it. Accept it. And I hope you thrive and you prosper because that's what you want for yourself. But if that's something that you're not interested in dealing with and putting up with, don't. And I'm going to continue to make these videos because the blatant bullshit, the hypocrisy, the contradicting, the misogyny, the sexism, all of this is just wrapped up in it. And you just to see people literally, like, y'all are looking for slaves. Y'all ain't looking for partners. You're not looking for a significant other. You're looking for somebody that you can control and possess. Okay? Just keep it real.